YouTube. I think I found a way to, so I'm not always not in the camera. Butch Film Discussion Group. This week's topic is about relationships. Any kind of relationship, but the ultimate question that was asked was, why do you think, or what do you believe causes, I think, breakups in good relationships? I believe that's pretty much the interpretation of the question I had. I'm going to be real honest. I don't think a good relationship can be broken up. If it was a good relationship, I think all parties involved would be on the same page. And I don't know of a lot of good relationships, whether heterosexual or homosexual or family. I think we're all going to have some issues, but I think the best relationships, the ones that last, the key ingredient is respect, communication, and learning how to bend and not break. Those are the things that I've seen that make a relationship last. I think the other thing is being on the same page. A lot of people that I meet that have relationships that seem to be strong relationships, over time what they do is they develop a level of understanding for each other and communication that tends to work. I'm pretty straightforward, so somebody who would deal with me would have to be okay with somebody who's just straight to the point. I don't BS around. I think the longest intimate relationship I had has been about a little over a year. And again, I think I was in my younger days. I've been doing a little bit of dating here in Arizona. I'm not dating right now, but I have, and we're much more mature now, so we're coming to the table with different set of cards. We're not like a lot of these kids who she look good to me and I look good to her and let's hit it. It's not that cup of tea anymore. Now it's more about who you are as a person. Tell me about yourself. We have common interests and we like the same thing. I like going to wine bars and going out to nice places. I'm not going to be somebody who, and please don't take this in any negative respect, but I've gone out with people who are my age that I can tell they're at a certain mental level. They want to go to the little hood restaurants, and I don't mind doing that on occasion. I don't want to do it all the time. I'm a person that likes to go to nice places. I like to have a good time. Every so often, I want to go to, from an African-American perspective, people, to a soul food restaurant that might not be all ritzy, but not all the time. I want to go out and sit with a mature crowd and have a glass of wine and a nice dinner, a nice atmosphere, a nice ambiance, and that's where I'm at. And finding that in relationships, I think, is hard because you have people that still want to party in their 40s. Not there anymore. A party to me now is a wine bar and kicking back at a lounge and having a cocktail. A party to me is no longer going out on the dance floor shaking my ass and trying to meet chicks in the gay bars. Beyond that. Because at this stage of life, you're looking for long-term companionship if it happens. If it doesn't, I'm okay with that too. I don't look for anything, but if I meet somebody and by happenstance that's the right person, this is what I'm looking for. Hold on for a second, guys. I'm trying to check the time. Okay. So, my thing, I'll say the key ingredients is communication, being on the same page for jump. I think one of the biggest problems in relationships that don't work is communication. And I also believe that you get over this, what they call it the honeymoon period. The honeymoon is over. So you get on this honeymoon, I'm in love, you're in love, stars. He or she curled my toes and the sex was great. And then when the honeymoon is over, who are you really dealing with? And that's why, like I said, I'm a different cup of tea. I'm a person that I'm pretty upfront about what I am and who I am in the beginning, which might scare some people off. But to me, if you're on the same page with somebody, they should be able to say, hey, nice meeting you, let's have a glass of wine. Something about you I'm digging, something about you I'm digging, and let's see who you are. I'm not trying to say permanent relationship, get to know each other. Even after you go out a little while, you start having those serious conversations. I'm really digging your vibe, and I want to get to know you a little bit better, but, what do you want to know about me, and where do you plan on going in your life? What are your goals in your life? What do you want to do? These are critical because some people are going two different directions, and it makes no sense. The other thing, long-distance relationships, I don't believe in them. I was seeing somebody who actually got laid off from the company and had to go on the East Coast. We're not going to see each other. it was very easy to me. It's like, I'm not going to keep this up. You're going to be somewhere else. And I'm not going to hold that over their head. I mean, the mature thing was, you need a job. You got bills to pay. You got to work. So you need to go and accept that job. Don't stay here for me. Do you. We haven't been seeing each other long enough to make those kind of critical decisions. That's just how straightforward I am. I mean, that's just reality to me. Trying to think if there's anything else I can think of. That's pretty much it. I just think you got to be on the same page. Communication is truly key. Expectations and knowing who you are. That's really huge. Knowing who you are. If you don't know who you are, there you go. The other thing is, some people, like I was talking about Plainy, but she's attracted to this new thug mentality. It happens even in the African American and Latino community with this new stud fascination. For some studs, I don't want to put all studs in that category. There's some studs, like I dig stud, Stud with Swag. I dig her because I can tell that's an intellectual sister. I'm feeling her. But as far as, the mindset and where she's at, but you don't get that all in that particular group. You get some of them that are very on the thug death thing, and some women are finding that attractive, but there's some things that go with that, and I think we're glorifying some things that shouldn't be glorified. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I don't really have much to say other than that. Family, family's a whole other kettle of tea. I raised my two brothers, but after my mom kicked me out, there's been distance. They have since contacted me. I haven't met with them yet. We're supposed to be getting together. They're in their 30s. But I'm not one who tolerates a lot of family either. I don't know. Sometimes, and I come from a Christian perspective, sometimes as Christians, I know we think that, we should put up with a lot of stuff. That is not what that is intended. Mercy and grace are not intended for you to put up with a lot of drama. Sometimes you have to put people's in God's hands and keep moving. That's just the reality of it. So sometimes you got to put people in God's hands and just keep it moving. Even family. It's unfortunate, but even family. All you can do is pray for them and move on. Don't subject yourself to a bunch of craziness and abuse, which a lot of people do. Anyway, people, we're done. Have a good one. God bless. Oh, one other thing. I'll Be Sure. I put it on one of my videos. He did a remake of Michael Jackson's Lady in My Life. So I put it on the response videos to Soft and Pink and to Deborah Daughter 7. Take a listen to it. It's really nice. I'll Be Sure. I might include it on here. I kind of did it as a precursor to this discussion on relationships for BFD. Anyway, enjoy. It's nice. His new album is pretty good. I think he's under the Hidden Beach label that Jill Scott's on. So check that out. You can check. If you look on YouTube, you can pull up the new album and listen to some of the songs. The album's nice. Takes you back to his original old school vibe that he did with the first album, much more mellow and laid back. Thumbs up for I'll Be Sure. Peace out, guys. Be blessed as usual. Have a good Sunday.
Lest we forget how fragile we